will be on Derby County and Blackburn Rovers on Sunday afternoon as Blackburn Rovers try to get themselves back into the playoff contention. But will the Wayne Rooney effect have anything to do with it? We'll take a little look at that match and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match preview. This time looking forward to Derby County up against Blackburn Rovers this Sunday. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button. I'll keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, world football related. We're going to all here on Warowski. That's right, folks. So, before we jump into it, just one big shout out to my Patreons out there. Respect to your brothers, Russell Frost, No Code Drinker, Tom Beresford, Tom Clark, John Spurn, The Meister, Maztec, Marky B. Mark, Constable 1976, and Mitchell Shona. If you want to be joining those illustrious VIP members in the old Patreon gang, check out the old description down below. For the price of as little as a cup of water a month, you could join the exclusive VIP members of the Blackburn Overseas Patreon. There are perks and privileges galore. Check it all out for yourself, and you can join us as we try to push this channel onto another level, boys and girls. But right now we're trying to push Blackburn Rovers into the playoff talk. That's right, taking place, that's right, this Sunday at Pride Park. It's Derby County, of course, Philip Cocu, or Derby County aka Wayne Rooney FC at the moment, taking place 8th of March. Obviously the game was postponed because of Derby County being in action this week in the FA Cup. Wayne Rooney going up against his old boys, Manchester United. He is the star man, or the danger man for me. Wayne Rooney scoring 4 goals since arrival in January, which is a good return for a midfielder. Yeah, he's playing deep. He's not no number 10. He's kind of like a holding midfielder, pulling the strings in the middle of the field there. Last season, Derby actually finished 6th in the championship. They'll be looking to try and maybe make a late push for the playoffs. We'll have to wait and see. Their record against Rovers, they played each other 134 times. They only won 51. We won 57, and we've drawn 36 between us. Last season, the game at Ewood Park ended up all square, and we also beat them. The last time they played at Pride Park ended up all square. We also beat them 2-0 at Ewood Park. That was last season. However, earlier in the season, around about 7th of December, we beat them at Ewood Park 1-0. So can we make it a double, or can we continue on a nice little stretch against Derby? We'll have to wait and see. So let's take a look at the team characteristics, what we can expect from both sides here. Derby heading into this, obviously their strengths, creating long shot opportunities, attacking down the wings, shooting direct from free kicks, and stealing the ball from opposition. Their weaknesses, though, avoiding fouling in dangerous areas, defending against counter-attacks, stopping opponents from creating chances, and defending against skillful players. Their style of play is attacking through the middle, long shots, short passes, playing in their own half, and being very aggressive. Rovers on the flip side, creating long shot opportunities. That's one of our strengths, defending set pieces, creating chances using through balls. Our weaknesses are avoiding the offside and protecting a lead. Very weak in that area. Our style of play is playing out wide, attacking through the middle, rotating the first 11, and we're pretty non-aggressive. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape between these two sides. The goals per game, where Rovers actually just edging Derby. That's 1.4 goals per game on average, whereas Derby 1.3. Possession-wise, it goes in favour of Derby, 51.7, 51.2 in favour for Rovers. Pass accuracy, Derby topped the charts ahead of Rovers on that one, 78.5%. All passes reached their intended target, just 75% for Rovers. Shots per game, again, Derby edged that one, 11.6, 11.5 for Rovers. Tackles per game, again, Derby edged that one, 17.4. Compared to 14.9. Dribbles per game, again, Derby edged that one as 9.4 against Rovers 7.5. They've also got more or heavy discipline, 70 yellows, 3 red cards, 55 for Rovers, and 1 for one red card as well. So, we're getting out-bossed here by Derby statistically, but the tail of the tape really shows Rovers above them in the table, but it's still very achievable for Derby to get in those playoff spots. A lot of people ruling them out, but I tip them to do very well this season, but right now they've had a wonky season. Wayne Rooney's come in and he's kind of steadied the ship a bit. Let's take a look at the starting 11s, what I expect anyway this Sunday. Hammer between sticks for Derby, Forsyth, Clark, Wisdom and Boggle at the right back. Rooney, there he is in the sort of defensive midfield slot. Bird, Lawrence, Knight, Waghorn and Martin starting up. So obviously got Jack Marriott as well, who score goals. They've got quite a good attacking threat, so very skillful players. Tom Lawrence with a brace last time. I guess Rovers team here, I've actually mixed it up a little bit. Walton between between sticks for us. Bell, Adebayo, Nyambe and Bennett will continue the back four. Again, Lenihan is suspended still, last game of his suspension. Travis alongside, I'm going for Bradley Johnson up against his old club. Maybe he'll get a hero's welcome. I don't know. Armstrong in the middle, pulling the strings and scoring the goals, maybe. Downing on the left-hand side. Brereton on the right, he had a nice little cameo. And of course, Gallagher did score last time in the game against Swansea City. You can't drop your goal scorers in all eyes. You got to reward them with a spot. So these are the statistics for you heading into this. Waghorn's the top goal scorer for Derby with 12. Lawrence's got 9. Martin's got 8. So those three likely to start. Wayne Rooney as well, pulling the strings, and obviously major leader for Derby at the moment. 4 goals in such a quick return. Top of the discipline chart. Lawrence has 11 yellows. Shinny's got 7. Holmes has 7. Bogle has 7 as well. As for the Reds, Malone, Lowe, and Belic all have red cards. As for Rovers, the visitors, Armstrong now outright top goal scorer, 12 goals to his name. Dak's got 10. Gallagher got 5, and Downey's got 3. Obviously, Dak not in the team, out with injuries long term. As for the discipline, no Lenihan, tops the charts with 11 yellows. You know what? Is Tom Lawrence going to be suspended? Is he going to be suspended? Has he just got 11, or has he just returned? I don't know. I don't know on that one. That would be interesting though if Lawrence has been suspended. Charles has 8 yellows, Bennett has 7, and Johnson has 4. As for the Reds, one only red for Rovers. That goes to Bradley Dacarino. Let's take a look at the stats now for Derby, where they scored their goals. 27 of their goals come through open play, 10 through set pieces, 5 through penalties, 3 counter attacks, and 1 big fat OG. Goals conceded, 23 through open play, 13 through set pieces, 8 penalties. 3 counter-attacks and 2 OGs. As for their positional stats, the majority of their shots received, 68% through the middle, 17% on the left-hand side, 49% within the 18-yard box, 40% outside the 18-yard box. As for shots taken by Derby, 71% through the middle, 49% within the 18-yard box, 44% on the outside of the box as well. Their positional stats, they like to come down the right-hand side, looks like 37% of all attacking exploits or adventures coming down the right-hand side, 34% down the left, 44% within the middle third of the majority of their touches take place. As for their visitors and the mighty blue and white, the majority of their goals, 32 of them coming through open play, 12 through set pieces, 4 penalties and 4 OGs. We did have a penalty last time out, but we missed it. Goals received or goals against, 27 of those coming through open play, 7 penalties, 6 set pieces, 1 counter attack, and 1 goal. We did concede a penalty last time out. The shots, the majority of shots are over 69% through the middle, 16% through the left hand side. That's the Adam Armstrong area right there. 58% of all shots taking place within the 18-yard box, 37 outside. So we prefer to be a little bit closer range than Derby. As for shots received, 61% through the middle, 22% down the left hand side. When you look at the left hand side, that's the Amari Bell angle. We've got to kind of shore up that side a little bit. 52% of all shots as well coming within the 18-yard box, 42 from range as well. As for touches, 39% coming down the right hand side, 34 down the left, 42% of all touches as well happening in the middle third. Break that down if you will. Let's take a look at the last few games for both Derby and Rovers. Just one win in the past 5 for Derby, and that was last time out against Sheffield Wednesday. A wonky, wobbly Sheffield Wednesday who don't know what's going on with them at the moment. They did beat them at Hillsborough 3-1. Before that, they lost to QPR 2-1. Picking up back-to-back home draws against Fulham and Huddersfield, and also losing to Bristol City. So Derby not in the greatest form, but just 1 defeat at the past 4. Whereas Rovers, they come into this without a defeat in 5, so that's good. We're grinding out a lot of draws at the moment, which does frustrate me. So it's 3 draws on the spin. If we could turn some draws into some wins, I'll be happy as Larry and happy as pig and poop. So back-to-back 3 draws on the spin. Sorry, Swansea, Stoke at home. We did draw against Brentford last away game 2-2. We also beat Charlton away from home, and also picking up a win against Hull City. What's that done to the league or the form situation? Let's take a little look at it, shall we? West Brom's currently lead the way form-wise, picking up 13 points of a possible 18. Rovers are down in 9th. At the moment, that's overall form, sorry. Whereas Derby are down, where are they? They're in 12th at the moment, so kind of mid-table. So it does smell like a draw. Picking up 8 points out of a possible 18. Rovers picking up 9 out of just a 1 point better off. As for the home form, we're looking at Derby, and they are top table. Look at that. That's not what we want to see. Unbeaten in 6 games, but back-to-back draws. Maybe we could take advantage of that. I don't know, but it's looking very, very concerning there. As Derby, one of the bigger boys at the moment, form-wise. As for Rovers away form, we're 10th at the moment. moment. Unbeaten in 4 games. That's pretty good. Who else is unbeaten in 4 games? Birmingham looking pretty decent. Fulham as well. Yeah, so we're not bad away from home, but I'd love a win. I'd love a win here. I'd love a win. Let's take a look at the last 6 games, home and away for Derby, or you know what I mean, like the last 6 games for Derby. Yeah, 2 home. Sorry, the last. So let's take a look at the last 6. So let's take a look at the last few games for Derby at home. They picked up draws against Fulham and Huddersfield, but before that it was wins against Northampton in the FA Cup, also Stoke and Hull. They will be taking on Manchester United later on this week at Pride Park. So a chance maybe if Man United would have put 6 past them or something, it would actually knock the confidence and then give us a bit of a benefit of the doubt. Or on the flip side, if Derby were to be victorious, they might have a little bit of a hangover heading into this. And again, their players will be a lot laggier, heavier, heavy-legged, perhaps. I'm just reading between the lines and hoping for the best. Rovers on the flip side heading into this 2 defeats of the past 6 away from home, picking up wins against Sheffield Wednesday and Charlton, also draws against Brentford and Middlesbrough. The last defeat away from home was against Birmingham in the FA Cup, and we also lost to Forest at a 1-goal margin as well at New Year's Day. So the last 6 encounters between Derby and Rovers in all competitions sees 4 wins for Rovers, 1 win for Derby and 1 draw along the way. The last time they played was back in December. It was a 1-0 win for Rovers. Adam Armstrong on the score sheet. The last time we played in Derby ended up all square. You've got to go back to 2016 for Derby's last fixture. It was a 1-0 win. Jacob Butterfield now on the books at Luton Town. He was also on the trial with Rovers in the summer, but nothing came of it. So Rovers, fancy the chances with a decent run against Derby. However, the last 6 over in Pride Park, again, not too bad form for Rovers heading into this back-to-back games unbeaten against Derby on their own turf. You've got to go back to that 1-0 win for Derby. For the last victory over Rovers, and that was back in 2016. We've also picked up a 3-0 win back in the FA Cup in 2013 with Scott Dan, Jordan Rhodes and Colin Kazim-Richards on the score sheet back in the day. Was that goal there the Derby goal? No, it wasn't. That wasn't the Woldy. That wasn't the Woldy Marvin Emnes goal. Anyway, so let's take a look at what's on store for both of these two sides. Obviously, I did talk about it already. Derby taking on Manchester United this Thursday, the 5th of March. Obviously, then they'll take on Rovers. Then it's Millwall at the Den. Then they take on Reading back at Pride Park, and then they'll wrap up a 5-game stretch against Preston North End down at Deepdale. Rovers will go to Bristol, Rovers will take on Bristol City at Ewell Park. Then it's a Northwest Crunch clash against Wigan Athletic at the DW. Then it's Barnsley at Oakwell. Realistically, Rovers need to be winning all 3 of those if they're going to be in the thick of things. Then it's another crunchy home clash against Leeds. If we can pick a victory, realistically, if we want to be in the playoff consideration, we need to win those 4 games. I would take a point here. I'm put my hand on heart. I would take a point against Derby in exchange for 4 wins against Bristol City, Wigan, Barnsley, and Leeds. And if we want to be in the consideration in the conversation, that's what we need to be doing. Otherwise, you're going to be looking for a helping hand elsewhere. The Cardiff game is awkward, very, very awkward, and I can see that going against us. The Cardiff game. I think Leeds, getting on one of their bad days, we could nick that 2-1. Barnsley, they beat us already this season, didn't they? Or did we beat them? I can't remember. It was shit. It was a shit performance anyway against the Barnsley side. But we could. It's a winnable game. The Wigan game is winnable. We've got a little bit of angst against Wigan, and hopefully we can get the better of them. And Bristol City away at home, is monstrously massive. So I'll take a point right here, right now. Let's take a look at the top championship teams at the moment. Leeds lead the way possession-wise. Fulham, Brentford, West Brom and QPR boss the top 5 as well. Aggression, Barnsley lead the way here. 82 yellows, 1 red card for them. QPR, Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday and Wigan. Aerial duels 1. Birmingham lead the way with that one, 56.1% of aerial duels 1. Blackburn are in the 4th spot with 52.8% of all aerial duels 1. Shots per game. Leeds lead the way on this one, 16.4 shots per game. West Brom second, 14.6. Pass accuracy, Fulham lead the way as they have done for pretty much since the get-go. Derby down there in 5th spot, 78.5% pass accuracy as well. This is what's going to go on this weekend in the Le Championship. Forest up against Millwall. Friday night game. All eyes will be on that one. That's a 6-pointer for playoffs as well. Bristol City against Fulham. Also a playoff contending match there. Big game for Bristol City to get himself back into contention. Wigan against Luton. That's relegation fodder right there as well at the moment. Wigan might have done themselves some favours recently, but they'll lose this, and Luton are right back in the thick of things. Charlton against Middlesbrough again, relegation 6-pointer. Swansea against West Brom, relegation, promotion contender. This one was the West Brom losing last time out. Birmingham against Reading is mid-table crunch clash, but Birmingham are on fire at the moment. Leeds against Huddersfield, top versus bottom. Obviously Huddersfield are in the relegation consideration. Leeds battling for the top two. Barnsley against Cardiff. Cardiff got outside shots of playoffs as well. Barnsley trying to get themselves out of relegation. Stoke against Hull. Hull are on free fall. Stoke are struggling, but they need wins as well. Brentford against Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday just treading water at the moment. Brentford trying to get themselves in the top 6. Preston against QPR as well. That seems to be a dead rubber for QPR, but Preston trying to get themselves back into it. So QPR could be party poopers there. Give us a bit of a chance as well. And then, of course, Derby have outside shots as well of playoffs. And if they win against Rovers, they'll be right back in the thick of things. And that's the game of the weekend right there. Speaking of the table, so Derby are down in 13th, a win away from going to 10th. Win for Rovers in 8th spot at the moment, a win away from going up to 6th spot, a win away from playoffs. That's what's on the table right now. And we do have a better goal difference than Preston. Obviously, Preston take on QPR. If they are victorious by a comfortable margin, they could still be in the playoff zone. Anyway, that's ifs, ats and buts and maybes. Obviously, West Brom lead the way at the moment. Leeds are second. Then we have Fulham, Forest, Brentford and Preston in the playoffs as it stands. And then down the bottom, it is getting tight, very, very tight down the bottom of the table. With a lot of teams still in the thick of things, and I wouldn't discredit Hull at the moment. They look that they're in massive free fall. If you're interested in the old goal scoring stats, Mitrovic still leads the way, 23 goals as it stands. Ali Watkins not too far away with 22 goals, also in the mix there. Any other standouts for us? Keep an eye on any Derby players. No, doesn't seem to be any top goal scorers for goals for Derby or Rovers. I think Armstrong's not too far away. Needs a brace and he'll be right back in the thick of things. As for the assists, Eliasson leads the way with 12. Pereira's also got 12. Wallace has got 9. Swift 9. And Brown has 8. That is just about your lot, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you do, smash the subscribe. New videos every single day on the channel, whether it's Rovers, predictions, FIFA, anything, something a bit weird. We got it all here under one roofski. Also, be sure to check out the old description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Twitter, I did reach 1,000 followers. Massive, massive thanks to you guys. If you are one of those that joined recently from my shouting out and egging you on, I do appreciate that. I'm very vocal on Twitter, so make sure you join in with that. We can have conversations about this, that, and the other. Also, check out the old description for patreonlink.com, whatever it is, patreon.com/Roverseas, as a way for you guys to support the channel in another level besides your viewership. Is for the price of a bottle of water or something like that, a small chocolate bar. You can support the channel in another level. I'm trying to get up to 10 Patreons right now. Actually took a hit, went down 1 to 8. So looking for support that way. So be sure to do that. Also, be sure to bang the thumbs up and bang the subscribe. Can Rovers win this weekend mathematically, depending on... In fact, that's another thing. I didn't really talk about it. I didn't really talk about this thing. But we'll go into this match with the rest of the fixtures that have already taken place. We'll know what's on the table. If Preston were to slip up, if Bristol City were to slip up, and all those other things, all those little permutations, we'll know full well what's on the table and if we can get in the playoff spots with the victory. So it could be a psychological boost. It could also be a psychological hindrance for us. Also with Derby taking place on against Manchester United on Thursday. That's an extra game that may work in favour or work against them. So there's a lot of factors to bear in mind with this. Anyway, folks, be sure to stick around and keep your eyes on the channel. A lot of videos coming out through the next few days. Until then, also got lots of live streams as well. Until then, I'm out. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.